Now, Brait is an investment holding company with stakes in Steinhoff, Premier Foods, New Look, Virgin Active and Iceland.
Exactly. That's an interesting crop. Remember, this one started off its life as a private equity fund manager. Then about 4 years ago, John Nodder and his colleagues decided to turn this thing into an investment holding company, raised a boatload of money. Their partner in that exercise, Christo Visa, and now we see with the recent Steinhoff Pepkor deal, it's starting to blow into a pretty substantial global investment holding company with those more recent stakes.
We've got a market cap here, 62.8 billion rand, PE ratio of 2.6 and no dividend. I need to disclose that I'm going to be interviewing John Nodder. So this is great. I want all the insight before I do my own research on John. Let's start with you, Lance.
Really, as you said, transformed this business from a private equity fund management company to an investment holding company. Been spectacularly successful, I've got to say. You've got the deal-making skill and knowledge of Christo Visa, very experienced South African businessman with the Brait team led by John Nodder. And that cooperation has really proved to be highly successful. And they've pulled off a series of transactions with Pepkor originally putting that into Brait, spinning that into Steinhoff, and it really has fed on itself, and now going into retail again in the New Look acquisition in the UK market. And the share price has really gone along for the ride with all this deal making. So I think you get that really talented skill base of the deal making in this business. And I think that is the premium that you see in the share price, because it trades at a relatively high premium to net asset value. And is it justified or not at this level? I'm not sure.
Well, whether it's justified or not, as a shareholder, that's the kind of graph you want to see.
Smoking hot. And I think it is really just that. So it used to trade at a premium to its Pepkor value. Then they did the Pepkor deal, got Steinhoff shares in cash in exchange. I think the view is that the Steinhoff shares will be let go of once that transition of Steinhoff to the Frankfurt market finally comes to pass. And they haven't let the grass grow under their feet, these two big new deals. New Look is like the Mr. Price of the UK. Virgin Active, of course, I think everybody knows. So these are exciting new businesses, and in both cases it appears that they've bought well. They've bought from like exiting management teams and exiting private equity teams that needed to clear out and get going. So.
Well, I'm going to use your expertise. The burning question that you would ask John Nodder.
Steinhoff, the plans for Steinhoff, the view is they are going to sell that, and they'll have quite a lot of firepower still for more deals. So what are the plans for that cash realized from the Steinhoff stake? And can they keep this momentum going? Can they keep this ball rolling? They've done pretty well so far, I must say.
Paul, your question for John?
Well, that, and also what the long-term relationship with Christo Visa will mean for them. Because remember, Christo Visa has now got Steinhoff and Pepkor together, and there's that big stake in Shoprite. So maybe you can sneak in a question or two about how it is that John sees Christo going, because that's one of the burning questions also on the corporate scene.
I'll definitely be sneaking both those questions in, hot or not, Lance.
Hot on this one. I think it gives a little bit more spice to the portfolio if we're looking at these 5 shares. The other 2 are very well established, and this one gives you a little bit more high risk, maybe higher return.
Hot or not, Paul?
Hot for me, although I will note it's done a hell of a lot of heavy lifting already, but still hot.